In a new book titled Kill Bin Laden, the officer who led a secret U.S. team hunting for Osama bin Laden in the rugged Afghan mountains says the United States could have gotten a terrorist leader. The officer, who writes under the pen name of Dalton Fury, says bin Laden was almost in his team's sights at Tora Bora. Fury says that he is certain that Osama bin Laden was in the area in 2001 and that he and his team might have been as close as 500 meters to the al-Qaeda chief. It depended, he says, on how old the intelligence was by the time his team received it.
The intelligence is probably the best we've ever had. But again, it's impossible to know if he was there at the time we got the intelligence given to us. He might have been there at one time. Certainly it was, because that's what the signal intelligence told them. Now, when we got it, it could have been several hours dated.
Fury was an officer in the elite Delta Force, a highly secret unit of commandos that is tasked with the most sensitive and toughest jobs. In this case, Fury says the mission in December 2001 was to lead a team of some 30 hardened Delta Force operatives into the Afghan mountains to kill Osama bin Laden. According to Fury, the Delta team drew up a bold plan to get bin Laden, to come at him from behind by crossing the rugged mountains that border Pakistan.
I think they were clearly oriented towards the north. They had some defenses on the east and west, and the high ground was to their rear, and now we're talking 14,000-foot snow-covered peaks. I don't think they believed anybody would come over the mountains. That was definitely their Achilles heel, and that was clearly the way we wanted to go in at first.
But Fury says the plan was vetoed. He never knew why, although he suspects that Pakistani political sensitivities about using the country as a staging area were at least part of the reason.
I'm sure that the fact that we're in diplomatic discussion with Pakistan had something to do with it, but it was obvious that we could have got in there without the Pakistanis ever knowing. We're not talking about a 1,000-man force going in there. You're talking maybe 20 guys. A couple of helicopters could have put you down, and you could have climbed up without anybody the wiser. But we never got an explanation of why, and we never asked for one. And we're told no, and we move on. We don't cry in our cornflakes over it.
The Delta team also wanted to impede any possible escape by bin Laden and his friends by littering the mountain passes with special landmines, but that too was turned down. The Delta team was ordered to link up with a group of Afghan fighters led by a local warlord near Tora Bora and to let them take the lead. Fury says the Afghan fighters were unreliable, often leaving the battlefield in the evening to break their fast during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. He says their motivation was the wads of cash brought in by CIA operatives to pay off the warlord.
You got to remember they were being paid to do this, so that was their incentive. Their agenda was clearly counter to our administration's, our country's agenda. I mean, we wanted bin Laden dead. I don't think they really cared.
Bin Laden's escape was a political issue in the 2004 presidential campaign and has resurfaced in the current one. Ranking officials, up to and including President Bush, have said it was never confirmed that bin Laden was at Tora Bora. But former CIA officer Gary Bernson, who was with Dalton Fury at Tora Bora, tells VOA there's no question that the al-Qaeda leader was there.
I had human intelligence. I watched him move down the road. I got reporting as he was moving down the road from Kabul. We had people out with satellite phones in different places, and the Alliance had human sources all over the place, and we watched him give one speech after another as he moved down the road to Nangarhar, stopped in a couple of places. I got reporting on all of it, and then I watched him move, got reporting on his movement into the mountains. That's why I pursued.
For 11 days, the CIA and the Delta Force team tracked Osama bin Laden, calling in airstrikes on suspected al-Qaeda positions in the mountains. On December 18th, the Delta team was told to pull out because U.S. military officers believed a massive bomb had killed bin Laden in a cave 4 days earlier. But no trace of his body was found, even when the Delta team went back to dig up graves in the area to search for his remains. Dalton Fury says some of his old comrades of the Tora Bora mission continue to believe that bin Laden is dead, hoping that they had helped kill him. But most intelligence estimates now place bin Laden somewhere in the wild and lawless tribal areas of Pakistan. Gary Thomas, VOA News, Washington.